Another big game. You guys obviously know what's potentially at stake with another win this week, but how are you guys staying? Coach seems to give the impression that no one's thinking too far ahead. You're just worried about getting this next W. Is that kind of the mindset of this group?
Yeah, they a 6-1 team. Well, 5-1, 5-1. It's a good opponent. Like, we can't overlook them, so we just on them. Like, not worried about no other teams. We just stuck on them because this is a big game for us too. So we're trying to get this W.
You guys came into the season with a target on your back, and as the wins keep piling up, it seems like that target's getting bigger. Do you guys feel like you're pretty well tested at this point? You're getting everyone's best shot?
Yeah, I do.
How does that help you guys as the season progresses?
It just makes us a better team. It just we have to practice harder, better, get more mental reps in, and we got to be more focused.
Carroll, at least on paper, seems to be one of the better defenses that you guys will face this season. The offense has been explosive for you guys all season. What do you need to do to keep putting up points against the Chargers tomorrow?
I mean, we just got to play our game. We can't get frustrated. We just got to play offense, play ball, like just do good. Don't get frustrated. Play as a team. And
early on in games, when the offense is really clicking, and you guys are really playing your game, what are some of those key points that you guys need to execute? Like regardless of the opponent, if we do A, B, and C, we know that we're going to be okay.
I mean, we got to pass the ball. We got to our passing and our running is real effective, so either one will work. So we got to go offense, so either one will work.
How good is the depth on this team? I mean, a couple guys have been nicked up. Grayson gets a little banged. You step in and fill in nicely, and it's like you guys don't miss a beat. How deep is this offense?
Our offense is pretty deep. We got a real good offense from wide receiver to running back to quarterback. We got a lot of good offensive players.
You guys obviously know what's potentially at stake with tomorrow's game, but how are you guys staying focused and not looking too far ahead?
Our last 3 weeks of practice, the focus has been focus, attention to detail, and nothing's changed this week. Just that, the attention to detail, our word is loafing, and we have none of that anymore. And so that's what we're doing, I guess, to get prepared.
This week in particular at practice has been really, really strong. What's been different? Guys just kind of, executing a little bit better? Or?
Well, yeah, we do know what's at stake. The conference championship really is on the line here. So, yeah, just the attention to detail has gone to a higher level. And I think we had a good week of practice.
Do you guys enjoy that kind of an atmosphere?
Yeah, we do. It's, something new for us this year. So far, it's our 7th game and probably our biggest game of the year so far. So it's just a different mindset.
You've obviously come in and had a great season offensively, both individually and as a group. Carroll, on paper, one of the tougher defenses you guys have faced this year or will face this year. How do you keep things rolling?
We just got to keep doing what we're doing. I got to do my job. I got to get the ball out to the playmakers out there. They make me look good, I guess. They have a good defense. They're physical. They're strong, and it's going to be a battle.
You guys seem like you have a tremendous amount of depth with this offensive group. Some guys get banged up. I was just talking with Frank. He's filled in nicely for Grayson with that ankle injury. How deep is this offense, and how much of a benefit is that to you personally?
I think we're pretty deep. We got probably 7 or 8 linemen deep. Our skill positions, we got wide receivers that can step in. We have an extra, tight end flex that can step in, and our running backs, they're all fast, they're all good, and so it helps a lot.
Offensively, regardless of the opponent, early on in games, what are 2 or 3 real keys that if you guys are doing in the first quarter, that you're going to put up some points that night?
Just execution, no penalties too. That's been a big thing for us this year, and then maybe a turnover or 2 here or there that can set us back at the beginning of the game. So we got to focus on protecting the ball.
Another big one. I feel like we say that a lot. Another big one on Friday, I guess. What are some of the things that Carroll does on both sides of the ball that you guys need to be ready for?
Well, first of all, offensively, I really feel like they're efficient. They don't turn the ball over. I mean, their turnover ratio is phenomenal this year, and they're just do what they do well. And there's just some things we have to be very careful with. Quarterback does a good job of placing the ball in spots that are not going to be a problem, and the running game is very solid. And up front, they've got some good-looking kids. So offensively, they're well done, well coached, and they're a threat. And on defense, I think that's the strength of their team this year. They've really done a good job of shutting whatever the opponent wants to do down every game we've seen. So it's going to be a battle for us to get the ball moving, I think, a little bit. And on special teams, I think they've won some games because of great special team play. So they're a well-balanced team. They're well coached, and we expect a tough game.
Offensively, you guys have been putting up points all season long, but I'd venture to say that this is probably, if not the toughest defense, one of the toughest defenses, at least on paper, you guys have seen. Do you feel like the offense is prepped and ready for that challenge?
We hope so. We really like what we've done this week in practice. The kids have really practiced well, especially the last 3 weeks. We feel like we've had tremendous effort from them, and that pays off. We tell the kids that their preparation should make them confident. And I feel confident that our offense is going to be able to move the ball a little bit.
Some bumps and bruises, which is pretty standard. Grayson went down, but Frank Martin's filled in quite nicely. Just talk about the depth that you guys have as far as the weapons that you can put out on offense.
We are blessed this year. We have a lot of kids that when they get the ball in their hands, they can do some great things with it. And Frank has done a great job filling in that. And we've had a couple other younger kids step up and do some great things for us on offense and defense. So we feel good that if someone does get nicked up a little bit, that we've got some other kids that can do some great things. And Seth Coate did a good job, and Isaac got a little bit nicked up last week, and so we feel pretty balanced in those areas.
Obviously, you guys know what's potentially at stake with this game, but is anyone thinking that far ahead, or is it just business as usual?
I tell the kids that each game gets bigger if you win on a Friday night. The next one's just that much bigger, and so that's how we approach it. This is the biggest game of the year. Not very often we get to play a 5-1 team, and some teams with 1 losses, and we've faced a lot of them actually this year, but. It's a privilege to be in this situation. I hope these kids enjoy it. This is why we go all that work in the off seasons to get the nights like this. So we're excited.